Have you ever wondered what actually happens when you sleepwalk? Who or what guides your steps at night when your conscious mind fades away like mist under the moon? Sleepwalking has always been a mysterious phenomenon. Science calls it a sleep disorder. Psychology sees it as an unconscious echo showing up in the body. But some of the oldest spiritual traditions view sleepwalking as something much deeper, a crack between worlds, a crossing point where energy and matter aren't fully connected. Because when your body moves without your waking soul's control, it's not just a physical glitch, it's a sign, a message that something inside you is trying to come out but can't find the right way. In this video, we'll open a door that's rarely talked about. We'll look at sleepwalking not as a disorder, but as a sign of unbalanced energetic sensitivity. A place where soul, mind, and body get out of sync, letting hidden parts of you show up without control. I'll talk about the energetic body, ancient sages who read night behavior as a map of the soul, and how certain memories, even from past lives, can trigger movement while you sleep. We'll find out why sleepwalkers often have a strong connection to the unseen world, but also struggle to fully live that energy in their everyday lives. This video isn't about giving you a cold, scientific explanation. It's about uncovering a forgotten truth. If you sleepwalk, maybe your soul is trying to help you wake up. And if that's confusing, maybe you're actually closer to awakening than many who think they're already awake. Get ready to see sleepwalking through the lens of metaphysics, inner transformation, and the hidden language of the spirit. This journey might be revealing and a little uncomfortable, because looking at what your body does without you also means asking, who are you really when you think you're awake? Since the beginning of time, sleep was never seen as just rest. Ancient cultures understood sleep as a sacred nightly journey the soul takes beyond the body's limits. In that in-between world, where time doesn't follow our rules and language turns into symbols, consciousness loosens its hold on the body, and what's unspoken or unfinished makes itself known. Many ancient cultures didn't laugh at or fear sleepwalking, they respected it. It was seen as a sign that a person's vital energy hadn't fully settled into their body. For example, in ancient Egypt, they talked about the Ka, the life force, and the Ba, the traveling soul. The Ka stayed in the body, while the Ba could move through other realms during sleep. When they were out of sync, it was said the body could act without awareness, as if controlled by another world. In the shamanic traditions of North America and Siberia, sleepwalkers were seen as travelers between worlds. They were believed to be sensitive in a way that opened them up to subtle realms. Shamans often thought spirits, ancestors, or memories from the past could use sleepwalkers to express themselves through the body. Because of this, sleepwalkers were often trained in spiritual practices to learn how to consciously guide these nightly journeys. In the Vedic tradition, the subtle body has different layers: the energy body, the mind, and intuitive wisdom. When these aren't balanced, people can experience unwanted out-of-body states. Sleepwalking was understood as a sign that life energy was moving the wrong way during sleep. That's why practices like yoga nidra exist, not just for relaxation, but as a way to move through sleep layers while staying aware. Hermetic teachings also offer insights. They say, as above, so below, as within, so without. If the body moves without conscious control, what part of you is really acting? What inner break causes this disconnect? So what modern medicine calls parasomnia, a brain system glitch, might actually be something deeper, an intense energetic sensitivity, a psychic opening, a piece of the soul that hasn't fully joined with the body. Sleepwalking, then, might not be a mistake, but an invitation to explore unseen bridges within you, and to walk not as a shadow in the dark, but as a soul fully awake. Imagine your body as a cup and your soul as the wine inside it. Now picture the cup moving, stirring, even walking, but with just a little wine inside. Sleepwalking could be described like that, a body acting without full presence. It's not an error, it's a spiritual misalignment showing itself energetically. Most people think the soul is whole and fixed, but esoteric teachings say it can fragment, spread out, or get stuck in different realms if it hasn't fully joined with the body. This isn't punishment or failure, it's part of being human. And when that integration hasn't happened, the body in deep sleep can move without the waking mind's control. Here's an important idea. Energy looks for a way out, not intention. If your inner energy is full of unresolved feelings, hidden memories, or inherited patterns, it will keep moving inside you and find a way to express itself, even during sleep. Your body, open and receptive, becomes the stage for this moving energy. That's why some people get up, walk around, repeat words, or make gestures without realizing it. It's not madness, it's unfinished energy acting on its own. This brings us to another key point: the disconnect between different layers of your being. According to many traditions, from Chinese medicine to Western mysticism, the human isn't just a physical body. We have emotional, mental, energetic, and spiritual layers. When these are in harmony, they overlap like perfectly aligned circles vibrating together. But trauma, stress, anxiety, emotional shock, or unintegrated spiritual experiences can throw one layer off, creating distortion. The body keeps functioning, but consciousness isn't fully grounded. This is where sleepwalking takes on a deeper, almost mystical meaning. It's a sign that your awareness isn't completely present. Something inside you, whether it's a part of your soul, an emotional weight, or an unprocessed pattern, is out of sync. When you sleep, that gap gets bigger, letting the unconscious take over for a while. Lots of kids sleepwalk because their souls are still settling into their bodies. Some shamanic traditions say kids remember too much and their bodies are still open to other worlds. In adults, sleepwalking often shows up during spiritual struggles or times of emotional disconnect. The body is reacting to what the mind can't put into words. But here's a powerful insight. Sleepwalking isn't always a glitch or failure. Sometimes it's a wiser part of you trying to get noticed, like your soul saying, "Hey, I'm not fully here yet." Seeing sleepwalking this way changes everything. It's not just a strange thing, it's a call for healing and integration. It's not about shutting it down, but about paying attention, decoding it, and bringing it in. Now that we get sleepwalking can mean a mismatch between your subtle energy and your physical body, we have to ask, what's really moving when your consciousness is gone? Esoteric traditions say the body isn't just flesh and bone. It's like a vibrational instrument, a psychic antenna picking up invisible energies. When you sleep, this antenna keeps working, but without your conscious mind filtering things out. So energies from your personal unconscious, the collective, or the environment can come through. Here's something interesting. Some people, while sleepwalking, repeat gestures or words they've never consciously experienced. Some go to the same places every night, relive past moments, or express feelings they've pushed down through involuntary movements. What if the body is replaying trapped energy, an untold story trying to come out through the only route it knows, the sleeping body? In some African cultures, sleepwalking is seen as a kind of passive trance, an accidental opening where spirits, friendly or not, can communicate. That's why some shamans practice protection rituals before bed, not out of fear, but because they know an unanchored body can become a drum anyone can beat. Two main paths come up here. First, emotional trauma. People with unresolved, impactful experiences might partially withdraw their soul from their body. The soul doesn't leave completely, but it's not fully present either, creating a space where hidden parts of the psyche can surface during sleep. The second path is psychic sensitivity. Some people are born with a heightened awareness, a thin line between worlds. Often called hypersensitive or empaths, they naturally sense energies, but if they don't consciously manage this, it can show up as sleepwalking or other altered states. It's like having a radio picking up every signal, but no way to tune into just one. Here's the big paradox. Sleepwalking can be a gift disguised as a problem, an opportunity to recognize your openness, your connection to unseen realms, your ability to channel. But without awareness, that gift turns chaotic. Sensitivity alone isn't enough. You have to own your energy. The key isn't suppression, but learning to guide your energy. Integrate what's unresolved, close unnecessary psychic doors, and stay present even while resting. When the soul is fully in the body sleeps peacefully. If things are out of sync, the body moves like it's caught in invisible winds. Who breathes these winds? Your past, the collective unconscious, your higher self. Maybe it's time to listen respectfully instead of fearing them. After all, not everything that happens at night is dark. Sometimes it's the soul coming home. If you've ever felt your body move without you, if something stirs at night when you're absent, you know how unsettling sleepwalking can be. But you're not broken or lost. You're open, maybe more than the modern world taught you to be. So here's my first tip. Not medical, not technical, but spiritual. Stop fighting your sensitivity. What you call sleepwalking might be your soul's intelligence trying to express itself. When you resist it, the energy grows heavier. When you accept it, you start to bring it in. 1. Make your rest sacred. Before bed, create a peaceful space. How you enter sleep is how your soul travels through it. Dim the lights. Disconnect from overwhelming things, news, screens, conflicts. Light a candle. Keep a glass of water by your bed. Water absorbs and transforms stray energy. You can place crystals like amethyst or selenite under your pillow to protect your energy field. 2. Invite your soul into your body. This might sound odd, but it works. Place your hands on your chest and say out loud or silently, I am the body that holds my soul. I am fully present here and now. Do this before sleeping. It's not just a nice phrase, it's a vibrational anchor. Your soul responds to your intention, not just your words. 3. Care for your energy during the day. Many sleepwalkers act like night and day are separate, but what you don't handle during the day shows up at night. Ground yourself, walk barefoot, hug trees, picture roots growing from your feet into the earth. Meditate and take deep breaths several times a day. Your body needs to know you're present. 4. Write down what you don't remember. Keep a journal of your dreams and also the blanks. Even if you recall nothing, jot down notes like, I woke up somewhere else. I don't know what I did. I feel off. Writing connects your unconscious to your conscious mind and over time helps you understand what's happening. 5. Be open to energetic support if you need it. Sometimes sleepwalking is connected to outside influences or very old memories. Find a trusted energy healer, shaman, or someone who works with clearing energy fields or past life regressions. Not out of fear, but from the desire to reclaim your personal power. Because in the end, sleepwalking isn't a punishment. It's a loving signal that a part of you hasn't fully come home yet. The more you face it without judgment, the sooner that part returns, and your body can finally rest whole. Now, sleepwalking isn't just a random medical oddity. It's an ancient whisper passing through the walls of your unconscious, an echo of a deeper truth many are afraid to see. Your body and soul aren't always perfectly in sync, and when that connection falters, signs show up, sometimes subtle, sometimes unusual, but always meaningful. The modern world tries to silence what it doesn't understand. It labels sensitivity as weakness, altered states as disorders, and spiritual experiences as glitches. But you're here because you know there's something more. That behind every strange experience, there's a hidden truth, and the invisible isn't less real, just more subtle. You've moved through the night without knowing why. You've woken up in strange places. You felt something stirring when you weren't present, and maybe you've been scared, confused, or just accepted it as your reality. But here's the invitation. Stop seeing it as a problem and start seeing it as a gateway. Sleepwalking may be a deep call from your soul to come back to yourself, not just physically, but with all your parts, your unexpressed feelings, your unhealed wounds, your light still waiting to shine. You don't need to erase it, you need to listen. What part of you moves through the night without your permission? What side of your consciousness still waits to be seen? These questions aren't looking for quick answers. They want to awaken your inner awareness and, from there, begin a sacred process, the art of reintegration. And if you've read this far, it's no accident. Something in you is ready for that healing. Something inside no longer wants to move blindly. It no longer wants to live half asleep or stay asleep even when it thinks it's awake. If this message speaks to you, I invite you to explore these paths of self-discovery further. Subscribe to the channel, leave a like, and share this video with anyone you feel might need this perspective, because there are many out there walking through the night without knowing why. Maybe you can be the light that guides them home. And remember, when you bring your soul fully into your body, rest becomes healing, sleep becomes wisdom, and darkness turns into a bridge to your own light.